World War II, an era of global conflict and unprecedented heroism. In the early 1940s, the world was caught in the throes of a brutal, all-consuming war. Nations clashed, ideologies battled, and the very fabric of humanity was tested to its limits. This was the stage of World War II, a time when ordinary individuals were called upon to perform extraordinary acts of courage. In the shadows of this global conflict, secret organizations worked tirelessly to undermine the enemy from within. Among them was Britain's Special Operations Executive, or the SOE. This covert group was tasked with a mission as daring as it was dangerous: to conduct espionage and sabotage operations right in the heart of occupied Europe. The SOE recruited a diverse group of operatives, each with unique skills and unyielding courage. These were not your typical soldiers. They were linguists, engineers, and even ordinary civilians, all ready to risk everything for the cause of freedom. Their work, although hidden from the public eye, played a crucial role in weakening the enemy forces and paving the way for the Allied victory. In this clandestine world of secret codes, invisible ink, and covert operatives, the SOE was a beacon of hope amid the darkness of war. Their operations were not just about sabotage and espionage, they were about kindling the flame of resistance in the hearts of the oppressed. The SOE was a symphony of silent warriors, each playing their part in the grand orchestra of war. They operated behind enemy lines under constant threat of discovery and death, yet they pressed on, driven by a sense of duty and a belief in the cause they served. Among the ranks of these covert operators was a young British woman named Violette Szabo. Her story is one of courage, sacrifice, and an indomitable spirit that shone even in the darkest of times. But to truly appreciate her story, we must first understand the stage upon which it unfolded, the stage of World War II. Born Violette Buchel in Paris, 1921, her story is one of extraordinary bravery and sacrifice. Violette's life was a fascinating blend of cultures and experiences. Raised by a British father and a French mother, she was bilingual, a skill that would prove invaluable in her future endeavors. Violette was a spirited and adventurous young woman, always eager to explore and experience the world around her. In the summer of 1939, fate led Violette to a Bastille Day celebration where she met Etienne Szabo, a dashing French foreign legionnaire. Their connection was instant and profound. They married just 5 weeks later, a whirlwind romance in the shadow of a world on the brink of war. Etienne was soon called to duty, leaving Violette with a daughter, Tanya, and a heart full of worry. Tragically, Etienne would never return from the battlefield. He was killed at El Alamein in 1942, leaving Violette a widow at just 21. In the aftermath of her husband's death, Violette was faced with a choice. She could have let grief consume her, but instead, she chose a path of resistance. The British Special Operations Executive, or SOE, recruited Violette in the summer of 1943. Her bilingual skills, her determination, and her personal stake in the fight against the Nazis made her an ideal candidate. Violette underwent rigorous training, learning everything from cryptography to hand-to-hand combat. She was no longer just a widow or a mother, she was a secret agent, ready to risk everything for the cause of freedom. Violette's story is more than just a tale of adventure and espionage. It's a testament to the resilience of the human spirit, to the power of love and loss, and to the extraordinary things ordinary people can do when pushed to their limits. Violette Szabo was no ordinary woman. She was a secret warrior. As we delve into her missions behind enemy lines, remember the courage and sacrifice that brought her there. Remember Violette Szabo, not just as a heroine of World War II, but as a testament to the power of the human spirit. In April 1944, Szabo embarked on her first mission to occupied France. This was no vacation trip, but a dangerous journey into the heart of enemy territory. Her objective was clear, yet daunting: to help the French resistance sabotage German communications. Szabo, a mere 23 years old, was not one to be underestimated. Her spirit was indomitable, her courage unmatched. In the face of adversity, she didn't falter. She had a job to do, a mission to complete, and she was determined to see it through. She navigated the treacherous landscape of occupied France with the stealth and precision of a seasoned agent. She was a beacon of hope in a world shrouded in darkness, a symbol of resistance against the oppressive German regime. But this mission was not without its challenges. Szabo was operating in a land crawling with German soldiers, every corner potentially hiding an enemy. She was a stranger in a hostile environment, her life hanging by a thread. The threat of capture loomed large, the consequences dire, yet she pressed on, her resolve unwavering. She worked closely with the French resistance, orchestrating a series of daring sabotage operations. Together they struck at the heart of the German communications network, disrupting their control and sowing seeds of chaos. Szabo's role was instrumental. Her resourcefulness and bravery were key to the success of these operations. The young agent's courage was not only in the face of the enemy but also in the face of her own fear. She was not a soldier, but a woman in a war zone facing unimaginable risks. Yet, she faced those risks with an unflinching determination, proving that bravery knows no gender. Szabo's mission was a success, but the worst was yet to come. Her actions had dealt a significant blow to the German forces, but they had also painted a target on her back. The enemy would be hunting, and for Szabo, the real battle was just beginning. Szabo's second mission in June 1944 would prove to be her last. In the midst of a fierce firefight with German soldiers, Szabo was captured. Her spirit, however, never waned. Even in the face of brutal interrogation, she remained steadfast, refusing to give up any information about her mission or the Special Operations Executive. Transferred to the Ravensbrück concentration camp, Szabo found herself among thousands of women, each with their own stories, each facing unimaginable conditions. The camp, located in northern Germany, was notorious for its harsh treatment of prisoners. Yet even here, Szabo's resolve did not falter. In the depths of winter, in the early months of 1945, the conditions at Ravensbrück worsened. Food was scarce, disease was rampant, and the biting cold was a constant enemy. It was during this time that Szabo's name was called. She was led away from the barracks, away from the relative safety of her fellow prisoners. What followed was a swift, brutal execution. The exact date remains unknown, lost in the annals of the camp's dark history. What is known, however, is that Szabo's final moments were filled with the same courage and determination that had defined her entire life. Even in the face of death, she refused to bow. She remained a beacon of hope and resilience for her fellow prisoners, a symbol of defiance against the German forces. Her legacy lives on, not in the manner of her death, but in the strength of her spirit. Szabo's story is one of bravery, of sacrifice, and of unwavering resolve. Despite her tragic end, she remains a symbol of the courage and determination that defined the men and women of the Special Operations Executive. Her story serves as a stark reminder of the horrors of war, but also of the strength of the human spirit. It is a testament to the power of resilience and to the enduring power of hope. Despite the horrors she faced, Szabo never revealed information about her mission or the SOE. Violette Szabo's sacrifice was not in vain. Her courageous spirit was a beacon of hope during the darkest of times. Her work with the French resistance was monumental in disrupting German communications, throwing a wrench in their war machine, and ultimately aiding the Allied victory. The legacy she left behind is profound. Szabo's story continues to inspire, reminding us all of the power of courage and conviction, even in the face of unimaginable adversity. Her life, albeit cut tragically short, was a testament to the indomitable spirit of humanity. In recognition of her extraordinary valor, Szabo was posthumously awarded the George Cross, the highest civilian decoration in the United Kingdom. This honor cemented her place in history, immortalizing her as a heroine of World War II. Violette Szabo, a beacon of bravery and sacrifice in the darkest of times, forever remembered.